guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we thought of doing something quite different, which is that we are going out in the evening for a small walk. So I thought, why not let you know as to what all things that we see. We, in the sense, Zai and me. So for the past few months, I have not been able to step outside my house, especially considering my pregnancy with my second baby Zai, and as well as the pandemic. So it's not every day that I go out my house even for a small walk. So today the weather seems to be quite good, so I thought, why not go and take a small video on how my evening walks are. So that's what I'm planning to do. There might be some problem with the sound, so please turn up your volume. So you guys just come along and see the world that I see around now through my eyes. So we're just getting into the lift. Yeah, so that's Naomi, and we are going down. So we have some flickery lights inside the lift, and it's quite a little bit creepy. Yeah, so we've reached. And it's actually a very sunny and pleasant day today. So that's why I thought of going out. Zai has been a little fussy today, but not that much, but still tolerable. Yes. So I'll just show you what I can see around. Usually when I used to go for walks like these from the time Zai turned 2 months, but she was not much happy about it. Maybe because it's the first time she's seeing new things, and so I seldom step out. For the last couple of days, like 2 or 3 days, since we've been stepping out, she seems to be quite all right with it. So that's why I thought of stepping out. And it feels good to step out and, breathe fresh air. Yeah, so I can finally spot Naomi. She's walking with her friend. But we are not going to disturb them. That's her time. Always we talk about me time, so that's her time. So that's what's happening right now. We might be going down. I like to stand here, and it's quite breezy this side. And talking about our apartment, it's quite a beautiful place, especially the initial years when we had come over. It was quite a very peaceful and a beautiful place to be in. And nowadays we have the main road which has been built up properly, so this is a shortcut. So nowadays a lot of vehicles are coming, and it's quite disturbing these days, but still it's all right. We've been living here for the past maybe 4 years or so, and it's been quite peaceful. You can hear the sound of the birds also. There are a lot of birds around. In the morning, whenever I get up and I step outside my balcony, we can hear the sound of lots of birds. So that's why I was saying it's a very nice and peaceful place to live. Maybe we can go downstairs. Downstairs in the sense there's one more basement. There's a basement. There's one basement there, up, and then I'm standing in the second basement, and then there's one more downstairs. So we have reached the basement, and I'll just show you what I can see from here. It's quite dark here, but there are a lot of plants and other things which have been put on by a lot of people. I usually stand here and show a lot of birds and other things for Zai, but today unfortunately they have some kind of water issue, so they they have a lorry here. Yeah, I would have shown you more things over there, but then uh, a lot of other things are happening at that side. So we have some special plants and things like that there. Maybe some other time I'll come down and show it to you guys. They've maintained it also quite well. So these are the few things that they've planted. See how peaceful and bright and sunny this place is. So we love coming here and spending our time and being very peaceful and quiet. So this is another place where I'd like to stand and listen. Now they've cleared up all the grass and everything, but till last week I was able to hear the sound of cricket and its small insects and all. The reason why I was talking about crickets and other insects specifically was because when I was young, I was privileged enough. In fact, I should say my generation was privileged enough to listen to these sounds. But unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen to our next generation. It's all buildings and things like that. So finally, we have reached our small children's park. She is having a small tantrum break soon, I suppose, but this is one place which I like the most. Unfortunately, there are no kids at the moment. Naomi and I used to come here and spend a lot of time in the initial days when we used to be the only residents of this place. In fact, I think we were the first or second family to come over and live here. And I've always loved coming here, especially in the evenings. I love the sunlight, I love the small breeze, the sound of the birds. All these are quite peaceful. Yes, yes, Miss Zai is fuzzy. So, most probably, I'll have to go back. Let's see what's happening. But I have to say one thing, I'm quite happy I am able to, spend at least this much time outside, which was not possible in the previous days because she was extremely fussy. And I have to say one thing, baby wearing is a boon. I never knew about it when Naomi was born, but I'm happy I know about it now. So we are going back. In fact, I think we'll go to my mother's place. We'll spend a little bit of our time over there. That's how we usually do. We'll be strolling around a little bit in the evening, walking for like about half an hour, like we just did. And then we go to my mother's place because she loves to be with her nanny. And this is where Naomi and Zai's nanny lives. So we are back home finally. I could not show much of my mother's place right now because it was a surprise visit and she wasn't ready. But we did have quite a nice time there. I could talk to my mother for a long time. In the sense, I do that every day. She lives downstairs, and Zai and I usually go down and spend our time with her Nana. So afterwards, I came upstairs and had a glass of water because I was putting up tantrums. So Naomi had come for rescue. Finally, we call her the baby whisperer because she takes care of Zai so well. I don't know how, but she has some kind of magic in her arms or something. The moment she takes Zai, she sleeps, at least in her arms. Yeah. So it was a pleasant walk. It was a wonderful evening. Unfortunately, I could not show you the things that is there in the basement properly. So maybe I would be going there again one of these days. Then I shall take a video and show it to you guys. So it's almost around 6 o'clock now in the evening. The sun cannot be seen anywhere right now. I don't know. It seems to be a little cloudy. Suddenly the weather has changed. So usually I can see the sunset from my balcony. So I am standing in my balcony right now. Usually I can see the sunset over there. And by the way, the weather is unpredictable these days. So the next thing that I do in the evenings would be watering my plants. I have a small balcony with little bit of plants here and there. Yeah, so these are my plants, my flowers. My next job in the evening is to water these plants. So I don't have much of a fancy kettle. I'm more of a use and reuse person. So this is actually a bottle which I did not buy, but I got it from some place, and I thought of using it as my makeshift kettle. So this is one of my most satisfying work in the evening. I love watering my plants. So I don't have a lot of fancy plans as such, in the sense gardening for me is more like a therapy, because it started off after my father passed away 2 years back. So I decided to do something that makes myself happy, and that's how I started off with gardening. Yeah, and then I have a few indoor plants, not so much, but a little bit. So I will be watering them now. So we'll start off from here. So I have a small Ganesha, a painting which was gifted to me by a friend of mine, Ishwar. He's a great artist. So my idea was just to create a very small positive space here inside the home itself. And as you see, most of the plants are supposed to bring good luck and harmony and a lot of oxygen, it seems. So that's why I've kept these ones as my indoor plants. Now watering session is almost done. I have a little bit of water here. So I usually sprinkle this water over the top of my plants, and somehow I feel it makes them happy. And then I usually sit here and relax. This is in fact one of my favorite sport in my house, especially in the morning, and listen to the sound of the birds. So many types of birds. In fact, I even spotted kingfishers, then parrots, so many of them. But the problem now is that, as I told you earlier, this building is right next to a main road. So it was not that busy earlier, but nowadays a lot of people are commuting through this way. So it's becoming quite a busy and noisy place. But in the morning, I have to tell you that it's awesome. It's beautiful. So I sit here and watch the sunset. Unfortunately, there's no sun for me to show you. Maybe he's playing hide and seek today. Maybe he must be hiding somewhere behind the clouds and having a nice time. So my next job is to light the lamp. Meanwhile, I'll show you who is helping me out. Like always, it's my little girl who's sleeping, and it's Naomi to the rescue. So I'm going to light the lamp. That's it. So that's how my evening goes. Sometimes we go out. The problem is that Zaivana is still adjusting with traveling in the car. Unfortunately, she is quite the opposite of Naomi, who used to enjoy going out in the car, especially in the car. She used to love traveling, especially when she was fussy. We used to take her out, and especially in the night and all. And Zaivana is completely opposite. She has just started adjusting to the car rides. Before I forget, we have a small church here, and they're all decorated up for the Christmas. So we're also planning to decorate our home. So that's it, guys. That's it from us today. I hope we had a nice time walking together, and I had a nice time showing you the things which I usually do. But I do remember that I have to show you the secret garden downstairs. So that would come up as another video soon. That's a promise from me. Alright, so that's it. You guys stay safe and remember to smile. Bye bye.